On the path to change the constitution, Pakistan across the Padma in the name of a referendum? Hello and welcome to all of you. As you know, yesterday Bangladesh's 13th National Parliamentary Election was held. After the election, it took some time for a clear picture to emerge, but counting began right after voting ended yesterday. It is now being seen that one party has crossed the magic figure. Out of 299 seats where voting took place yesterday, the half-century-old political party of Bangladesh, the BNP, is leading in approximately 213 to 214 seats. So naturally, there is no doubt about BNP's lead. There is no longer any uncertainty that BNP is winning. On the other hand, we are seeing that the 11-party alliance, meaning the alliance of Jamaat-e-Islami, which included organizations like the NCP, new parties linked to the August movement, the impact of that August movement on Bangladesh is now clearly reflected in the results. Meanwhile, the Jamaat alliance is reportedly leading in about 72 to 73 seats, according to the information we are receiving from sources. However, the final results will likely be available tomorrow as counting is ongoing at all centers. The Bangladesh Election Commission is officially recording the results on boards in front of its office. One significant seat is Dhaka 17, from where the current BNP chairman contested and is leading by a large margin. Similarly, in Dhaka 13, the head of the opposition Jamaat alliance is also leading. Let's go to our chief reporter Satyajit Mukhopadhyay, who is with us in the newsroom. Satyajit, welcome. I want to ask you, regarding the rise of hardliners or communal forces in this election, it appears that the people across the Padma have not accepted that alleged conspiracy. Jamaat's numbers are much lower. My second question, it is being heard that the interim government led by Yunus will now have to transfer power to the winning government. Is Yunus involved in any special conspiracy? What information do you have? Look, what you're saying is absolutely true. The people of Bangladesh have directly rejected hardline politics. We are not saying this, the election results themselves are showing this. For the past 2 years, we have consistently shown in our programs how strong the undercurrent of extremist groups such as Jamaat-e-Islami, Hizb ut-Tahrir, Chhatra Shibir and other jihadist organizations has been in Bangladesh. But now, with these massive results, the people of Bangladesh, especially Dhaka, are clearly saying they want a political party in power, and the country's second largest political party, the BNP, is being brought to power. However, there is an unavoidable concern that must be mentioned. The information we have is so explosive that the people of Bangladesh should know about the alleged conspiracy. The Yunus syndicate may have been exposed, but the conspiracy has not ended. The blueprint of that conspiracy must be recorded. You will see that alongside the national election, another vote took place, a referendum. Under the name of the July uprising, a referendum was held. Under the name of this referendum, Muhammad Yunus had prepared a blueprint to abolish the 1972 constitution. That was the next step. Before that, there had been a full blueprint to bring Jamaat to power. Jamaat did not come to power because of the unanimous decision of the people. But as the second largest bloc, Jamaat now holds a significant position. This shows there was a strong undercurrent for Jamaat. You will also see that Jamaat's chief Dr. Shafiqur Rahman travelled to several countries before the national election, including Qatar, Turkey, Pakistan and the United States. In the US, he met American senators and the current ambassador in Dhaka. We will try to show on screen how large amounts of money came into Jamaat's hands. Several Jamaat leaders were reportedly caught at airports with bags of cash before and immediately after the election. This indicates that significant foreign funding came in. Additionally, there are reports in Bangladeshi media showing Jamaat supporters casting fake votes freely at polling stations. We will also try to show those visuals. Their slogan, heard throughout Dhaka skies last night, was above is Allah, below is the scale, referring to Jamaat's election symbol. Jamaat believed they would come to power and operational arrangements had reportedly been made accordingly. According to reports, Bangladesh's Ansar force has about 5 lakh personnel. It is alleged that over 3,000 Jamaat members were recruited into the Ansar force. Furthermore, Jamaat-affiliated individuals were reportedly positioned within the VDP department from where the voting process was being communicated. The responsibility of managing polling centers was largely given to Ansar personnel, while police handled field-level operations. The planning was allegedly fully prepared in favor of Jamaat. Additionally, a foreign software called AVIMS was reportedly installed at great cost by the Yunus syndicate to manage the voting process, allegedly to help pro-Jamaat workers influence votes in Jamaat's favor. Another important name mentioned is Abdul Muttalib Sajjad Mahmood, a senior director within the Ansar force. It is claimed that before the election, he imported 32 automatic guns from Turkey in 2 phases and handed them over to the Ansar force. The alleged plan was that if Jamaat came to power, the Ansar force would be deployed to suppress opposition groups using these foreign weapons. A foolproof blueprint for seizing power was allegedly prepared by Muhammad Yunus. But in the end, the people voted for BNP and democracy. After 17 years in exile, Tariq Rahman is set to return and take power. People are hoping for peace. However, another concern arises. The Yunus syndicate reportedly announced that they would administer the oath by February 18th. Under Article 148 of the 1972 Constitution, the names of elected members must be published in the Government Gazette and they must take oath within 3 days. But Yunus may have anticipated that the people's verdict could go against him, so he prepared Plan B. Plan B involved holding a referendum under the July Charter to abolish the 1972 Constitution. Alongside the national election, people were asked to vote yes or no in this referendum. The goal was allegedly to abolish the 1972 Constitution and draft a new constitution with an Islamic framework supported by foreign funding worth millions of dollars. If the referendum passes and the 1972 Constitution is abolished, even though elected MPs would take oath, they would not receive political power for 100 to 180 days. A new constitution would be drafted during that time. During that 6 months, Yunus may try to retain power and even seek the presidency through constitutional amendments. Intelligence reports reportedly mention this blueprint. According to the current constitutional provisions, the Speaker must administer the oath to newly elected MPs. If the Yunus caretaker government administers the oath, it would imply recognition of the 1972 Constitution, which Yunus is trying to abolish. Article 7 states that any anti-constitutional amendment is considered anti-state activity. So while the national election results show a strong vote for democracy, there is concern that through the referendum, Yunus may attempt to abolish the current constitution and implement a Sharia-based constitution as part of Plan B to retain power. Colonel Deepanshu Chaudhary also joined us. He said that while Satyajit explained the Bangladesh-centric view, from an Indian perspective, the return of democracy in a neighboring country is positive. However, Jamaat winning around 69 to 70 seats raises concerns. India hopes for stable relations similar to those developed after 1971 and during Sheikh Hasina's tenure. India wants extremist forces and anti-India militant activities to stop. The Bangladeshis 180 million people will decide what is best for them. For now, they have chosen BNP. Between two unfavorable options, BNP may be seen as the better one. Tariq Rahman has returned after 17 years in exile. Finally, Bangladeshi media showed footage from polling centers where alleged referendum papers were pre-stamped and pre-signed by officials linked to Jamaat, raising concerns that efforts were underway to invalidate the 1972 Constitution in favor of a new Sharia-based constitution, which could suppress the newly elected BNP government and potentially position Muhammad Yunus as president. That concludes the report.